Hope everyone is doing well today. Today, a lot of plays just ended up ripping face today, going vertical. Remember yesterday's video? I talked about these grass stocks. I talked about Tilray. I talked about CGC. I believe I talked also about ACB, Aurora on YouTube, right? So these stocks, these been getting a lot of momentum. This is pretty much like fundamental catalyst based as well. And not just that, but technical. As I'm going to be going over some more grass stocks in this video. But if you've been enjoying the videos, guys, I appreciate a like and a comment. So today, the first stock would be Wulf. Wulf is a 2.19 billion market cap stock. This stock actually hit my radar today because it had a lot of volume. Volume is one of those biggest factors when it comes to trading where it really catches my attention. If I had to pick one thing where I had to focus on, if I could give a recommendation, it would be volume without a question. Be volume. So Wulf, this one has a technical symmetrical triangle formation, high short percent float squeeze angle as well. It's starting to form that multi-day type of setup. And on top of that, the stock is in that Bitcoin space as well. So it has a lot of potential positive bullish factors going forward, as well as the social media attention as well. This stock actually has been circulating the online I've been getting is kind of trending, right? I like those stocks where it also has a kind of trend behind it, not just in terms of technicals, but also like the hype, right? So I'm gonna be adding this to my watch list today. I actually added this today, so this is the first one, Wulf. Next one will be HOLLO. This one a lot of people like as well. HOLLO. This one seems to be one of those fan favorite type of stocks, right? So this stock was a former supernova, actually, if you remember the time. Remember when this stock in the beginning of the year, I think it was a winter time after Christmas, this stock just ended up just going to space, going vertical. So the reason I mentioned that is because stocks have personality, right? If a stock made a crazy move up in the past, it's likely to repeat. And this stock also has a high short percent float as well. Quantum computing angle as well. So that's really bullish, speaking of the quantum sector. $394 million cash reserves. And on top of that, this stock actually purchased up to $200 million of Bitcoin. So HOLLO, this one is definitely on my radar as well. It's been on my watch list for a couple of weeks. It didn't really do anything, but I'm still monitoring this stock because I said in my previous videos that that's pretty much how I find a lot of these runners, right? Where I add it to my watch list. And then once it starts to have some action, I start mentioning it. And then you guys could also check the price action as well. So there's a lot of stocks, but next one would be Fig. This one was a new IPO that actually just released, 2.19 billion market cap. So this one is starting to kind of consolidate, start to trying to round out, right? Round out that bottom bounce type of potential. This is a Cathie Wood ARK Invest play. If you don't know Cathie Wood, pretty much she's similar to Tom Lee, where they're pretty much like whales in my opinion, where a lot of people know them who are bigger investors, right? Cathie Wood, Tom Lee, and Cathie Wood in the past, I remember way back, I think during the pandemic, she did really good picks. I think it was NNDM. I remember Nano Dimension, and remember that time Tesla, and during that time period, Cathie Wood, as well as the stock, has 91% gross margin. Fake, this one, it looks starting to look kind of interesting if you're more into these IPO type of plays. And speaking about IPOs, there's going to be a new IPO coming out. I think Wednesday, I'm going to be talking about that on StockTwit. So next one will be Atnf. This one has 516 million market cap, huge insider ownership. This stock is backed by Polychain. Ethereum treasury strategy. This stock is going into that Ethereum angle. If you guys been paying attention, remember BMNR, I mentioned that stock as just rip and face. Another one will be SBET. SBET, and this one is starting to go into that Ethereum angle. I'm also bullish on Ethereum, like Tom Lee has been saying as well, and this stock actually closed its offering and pipe. So in terms of the dilutive angle, that's really positive. Plus, technical wise, look at the multi-day kind of range multi-day setup. I really like multi-day setups. I'm going to be keeping a close eye on this as well. ATNF, it's been on my watch list for a couple weeks now, actually. I've been monitoring the stock. The stock, I think, twice had really big pops, but then it starts to go back towards that range. So it's really interesting. Next one would be FLGC. This is another grass stock. So this stock is focused on becoming the largest producer of low-cost, naturally grown medicinal-grade cannabis oils, CBD-infused food and beverage. So this stock actually is a former reverse split. If you guys remember what I said about the 5 small caps craziest sectors, right? First would be IPO. It's not in any order. IPO, bio, a reverse split, China, and crypto, right? So this is a reverse split. On top of that, President Trump is really talking about the marijuana reclassification decision. So basically, it's like coming soon. It's like a really big catalyst. And on top of that, FLGC today, I've been noticing some hits on this stock. I've been noticing some kind of unusual volume. So I want to monitor. I want to mention it to you guys as well. FLGC is going to be on my watch list. I added it today to my watch list. So next one will be AMC. This one, a very popular stock as well. AMC, 2.19 billion market cap. So pretty much for AMC, this one had the earnings data come out, right? And the AMC stock actually had a massive amount of volume if you check the volume compared to the average volume. Revenue was up 36% to 1.4 billion. This stock also has a really bullish weekly chart if you go to the weekly setup, as well as positive cash flow, $138 million. So this stock, I want to talk about psychology. I think as crypto is getting more and more popular, like, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all these Bitcoin stock, I think there's also going to be a volume rotation to these memes, these type of like Dogecoin, AMC games. Do you remember that time, right? When crypto, Bitcoin, you guys know about the angle, right? The speculative money, right? So keep an eye on AMC, guys. Next one will be Nio, Nio, 10.99 billion market cap. So this stock I actually been mentioning for a couple of days now. Nio, this one is a really popular stock similar to Tesla. So the price I really want to look at is the 550 level, the 550 pivot. So you really want to draw your trend lines for the stock, because I've been monitoring this stock for a couple of weeks now, and it's kind of in a kind of consolidation type of pattern, like kind of accumulation, bullish accumulation action. This stock also has a multi-bottom setup, and it's in a hot sector. And a big catalyst is coming up, actually. Nio Day. Nio Day is coming up in a few weeks. And the new ES8 will be officially launched and delivered. So you guys want to keep an eye on Nio, added to your watch list, guys. This stock used to make big moves up. And a lot of people also really like this as a trending stock. So next stock would be Tlry, TLRY. This one I actually didn't mention on my previous video. I think I mentioned CGC. CGC was the other cannabis stock, right? So Tlry, this one made a really beautiful price action today. I've been watching it all day. I hope people were banking on these grass stocks. If you guys know more, let me know in the comments. I know some people on the YouTube live stream, right? They trade OTC or they trade other stock, but I don't really do OTC. But if you have any other stock, let me know. These grass stocks. So this one, looking at the bullish factors, it has medical research and economic growth potential. Squeeze setup as well. And the marijuana sector sales is hitting $60 billion plus this year, and they start introducing medical cannabis into more than 20 countries. So Tlry, this is pretty much one of those stocks that a lot of people that like these type of stock is one of their favorite. I remember way back in the day during the President Biden. I remember that time when he won. There was like a lot of hype in this sector. So next stock is gonna be STEM. This one, looking at the bullish factors, is pretty much mainly like economical. Looking at the operating cash flow, you also want to look at the revenue, 38.4 million, up 13%. And this stock, looking at the trend, is a clean energy play, STEM, STEM, cash and equivalent 48.8 million. So this stock is STEM. Actually, look at the technical chart. It started to kind of like form that kind of flag, right? If you pull up the extended time frame, this stock actually has been increasing volume, and it's been catching my attention because of the volume. I said it earlier in the video, right? Volume is the number one reason why stocks I start to look at and pay close attention to, right? So there's a lot of stuff. I mean, there's not a lot more, but today there was definitely some nice movers today. Next one would be Apld. This one is a 3.70 billion market cap, high short percentage, and it's riding that EMA on the daily chart. It's a multi-day setup, and this stock has $160 million investment from NVIDIA. So Apld, this one, another very popular stock. I've been watching this stock to my watch list, I've been looking at this stock for several weeks now actually, and it's just starting to make a really clean uptrend type of action. So APLD, you really want to keep an eye on the stock as well as in a bullish sector similar to those stocks I mentioned earlier, right? Remember, what was it, BMNR, SPED, all these similar type of stocks where they have a lot of hype as well as it's kind of trending. So APLD, I'm mentioning again because it also has been having some earnings attention as well, right? So the last stock for this video, guys, would be this. By the way, this stock video was not in any order. The ones that before is not better than the ones after, right? So last one would be BGL. This one 409.36 million market cap. The bullish factors for the stock is this stock acquiring 90% of the gold copper mine as well. This is pretty much a gold play. $151 million cash on hand, gold, massive range. Remember the stock I mentioned early and just in the ripping face. I don't know if you guys remember that time, BGL with BMNR. This was not long ago. I think this was like a month ago. This has a vision to be the world's first digital gold company. You really want to keep an eye on this stock. BGL is starting to perk as well. I'm also watching for fundamental updates as well. Watching for those drill updates. So BGL, I've been watching this stock actually for a couple of days now, but actually I added it more up to my watch list because the volume has been increasing as well. So you guys been enjoying the videos, guys. I appreciate the like and comment, guys. I've been making the videos more shorter so that you guys could also focus on the setups, right? So I hope everybody has a great night, and I'm gonna see you guys in the morning, guys. Have a great night. Good night.